Alright, so with this being August and the fantasy football draft being just 3 weeks away, I thought it was appropriate that we start our own fantasy football Ruby Sundays YouTube channel. And for those of you who don't know, I think I would know most everybody in the league except maybe one or two of you. My name's Wayne. I'm the commissioner, also known as Hot Sizzle. This is a league that was organized by a group of us. There's a lot of us from SMU in this league, as well as some of my friends from the Irving area. There's a couple people from Houston. We got one person from NYC in this league. All of my friends. It's exciting. But we're having this channel essentially just to have some fun. I'm gonna look forward to giving little weekly analysis of what I think is going on in certain leagues. You all are more than welcome if you got webcams, if you just want to post messages, whatever you want to do. This is our channel. This is our YouTube thing. We want to make it fun. Real quick, what I want to do in this little introductory video is give you all a sense or a little bit of a added description of some of the people that you're going to be playing against. So the East region, that's the region with Hot Sizzle as a commish, Real American Gangsters, Cool Breeze, and I Will Crush Chris. Obviously myself, I've been playing fantasy football for about 2 years now. This is, I guess, the third season that I've played. It should be a lot of fun. This is the first time me being a commissioner, so I'll be looking forward to what y'all have to say about that. But I'm pretty well versed in fantasy football, and I study it all the time, and I enjoy it. Next in the East region is Real American Gangsters. His real name is Michael. Grew up with him, a friend of mine. He's the one that introduced me to fantasy football. He knows his stuff really well. He's a rival of mine, hence the reason why we're in the same division. So it should be a lot of fun playing against him. And I know he likes to do a little bit of deal making, so he'll be one to watch definitely. Cool Breeze is a buddy of mine, Jamie. Another guy with a lot of fantasy football experience. I would dare say maybe more experience than anybody else in this league, only because I think he's maybe 28 or something. I hope I didn't get his age wrong, because no, if I do, he'll get at me. But another guy that's really well versed in fantasy football, knows his stuff, knows football in general. So it should be. It plays multiple leagues every season, so it should be good to see what he has to do. I Will Crush Chris, last team in the East region. Real name is Sean. It's one guy I don't know personally, but I can tell he's got a sense of humor just from his name. I already did a little bit of dealing with him in terms of changing the draft position, so it should be interesting to see how that works out. But from what I hear, he's been playing fantasy football, knows football in general, knows his stuff, and really should contribute a lot to the league. Next is the West region. First team in there is the Thunder from Down Under, also known as Jonathan Eitzen. Jonathan is a cool cat. It was just the best man in his wedding. He's one of the newcomers to fantasy football, but he knows football in general, so fantasy football is just kind of a little bit deeper, getting into the stats and stuff. So I think he should do pretty well, and he should have a lot of fun. Big D, Derek, the second team in the West region. This is my friend I met out in Orlando, PricewaterhouseCoopers. Now he's up in New York City, doing it big up there. He's going to be participating in the league from satellite, which is always exciting. He gets a little bit of exposure to that East Coast media, so he might be privy to things that we don't know. Should be interesting to see. Another guy with fantasy football experience. When I first met him, one of the first things we talked about was fantasy football. I could tell he knew his stuff, and so in starting the league, had to get him in it. So glad he's in it. Next is Reapers. Reapers is my buddy Rob from SMU. I played in the league with Rob previously, one of the first leagues I ever played in. A really cool guy. I know he'll be checking this a lot. Should be a lot of fun. Probably do a little bit of trading here and there. Another guy with a good amount of fantasy football experience. really make the league a lot of fun. Heavy Wales is my friend Trey, another guy that was in Jonathan Knightson's wedding. A good friend of mine from high school. He likes football. This is his first year being exposed to fantasy football, but I think he'll catch on pretty quickly, and hopefully, I mean, it's always in fantasy football the one who hasn't never played before is the one that they usually wins. So between him and Jonathan, it'll be interesting to see who does better, and maybe they might even win the whole thing. The South region, the last region. First team in there is Trainwrecks. That's my boy Jay Johnson from SMU, Mr. SMU as I like to call him. Jay is a really cool cat, a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing the team he's going to come up with, because he has favorite players, and sometimes he allows his favorite players to jade his actual view of pure talent. But hey, I mean, that's not saying anything. Jay's played a lot of fantasy football. He's a really cool guy. Really looking forward to having him in the league. Looking forward to playing him whichever week I get to play him. He's got a lot of experience. Definitely knows football, and so we'll see how that pans out. Lakaka, also known as Cleve. Cleve, I don't know about that name, man, but we'll see how it turns out. Cleve is, I mean, expert fantasy football, if you can say that. I mean, analysis, knows real football, the X's and O's, knows fantasy football, knows everything in between. Really cool guy, another product from SMU. Also runs a 4.2 440 apparently. Kind of weird, but he has like a 50-inch vertical leap. So yeah, he might actually be on the field a couple times. Another third team in the South region is the Texas Sledgehammers. This is Jonathan Sledge, also known as Jay Sledge. Another SMU buddy of mine. I asked him to join the league. He said it's cool. He definitely knows football. I don't know. He'll have to tell you all what his fantasy football experience is, but he definitely knows football. Interesting fact: the dude graduated with 4.0 from SMU's Cox School of Business. Unheard of, but I mean, the dude's really smart. He's going to be a big-time accountant, CPA with Ernst & Young. But hey, just because you got a 4.0 doesn't mean that you can win in fantasy football. So we'll see how that works out. And lastly, but definitely not least, is my boy Chris. Chris, cool cat, buddy of mine, Smith Hall. A lot of people in here from Smith Hall at SMU. Chris has played in the league with them before, along with Rob and Cleve, and I know him and Cleve are gonna be going back and forth in this division. Definitely, Chris definitely knows football, definitely knows fantasy. I think he won in the league I played him before, but I mean, he definitely is a guy that's gonna have a lot of fun with this, and so. That's the league. That's Ruby Sundays. Overall, it should be a lot of fun. This video's already run kind of long, but hey, I like to run my mouth a little bit. I'll be looking to see what types of comments that y'all got, because, quite frankly, unless you got a video, you can't really respond. So, that's about it. Oh, very important, the draft, and I'll do a separate video for this. The draft, August 22nd. 12:30. Be logged in 12:30. And in fact, you need to log in before then to rank your players, do some mock drafts, make sure that your browser is compatible. But 12:30 Central Time. And I'm not even going to say the other time, but Derek, you know what that time is Eastern, because I don't want to get people confused. The draft itself will start at 1 p.m., but that's everybody's already logged in. That's literally when the first pick will go on the clock. That's when Jay Sledge will be drafting Adrian Peterson or whoever else he wants to draft at that time. So, log in, rank your players. If you want to do some pre-draft trading and picks, I've already moved back a couple ways. I like the way I'm positioned. So you all are more than welcome to do things like that. I'm open to trading. If you open to trading, you can use this channel. You can use the message board. You can use whatever. But overall, just have a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. We're going to do it big. Ruby Sundays.